Welcome to the Thinking Green News Minute. I'm Chris Schneider, and today my guest is John Gillis, General Manager at Honda Motor Works. Welcome, John.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, we're going to talk about a very interesting subject of green transportation.
Great.
And who better than someone who represents American Honda? Tell us a little bit about the history of green transportation as it relates to American Honda.
Well, Honda as a company has always emphasized high fuel efficiency, low environmental impact, and a fun-to-drive characteristic in all of the vehicles that they build. As you know, Honda is the largest engine manufacturer in the world, and they build millions of small engines for general purposes. They build motorcycles and scooters, automobiles, and as of very recently, they've entered into an agreement to build jet engines for aircraft with General Electric.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Tell us a little bit about, if we go back to the 70s and the first oil embargo and the challenges that created, how was Honda meeting those challenges?
Well, as I mentioned, Honda has always emphasized efficiency. We started out way back in the late 60s with very small cars. Maybe even some of our viewers might remember hearing or seeing some of the earliest Hondas. And then in 1973, the Honda Civic was introduced. And here's a vehicle that we still have available today. And the Civic was the beginning of Honda's mass production of automobiles for the United States market. And that vehicle, of course, was conceived to be a very fuel-efficient car. Instead of being a large car with a large engine, they decided to go small. And the timing was absolutely perfect. As you mentioned, the late 70s was a time of disruptions in oil supplies, prices spiked, gasoline supplies were very limited, and what a perfect vehicle for the times.
What does CVCC stand for, John?
Well, CVCC was the engine technology that we developed to meet the most strict environmental standards that the government set out to place on the automotive industry. It stands for Compound Vortex Combustion Chamber, and it's an elegant way to provide good performance in an engine and also very low emissions. In fact, that engine, without even utilizing a catalytic converter, was able to meet and exceed all of the standards that they established for 1975.
And while we're talking about engine technology, what about iVTEC?
iVTEC was a technology that was really the second generation of VTEC. VTEC stands for Variable Valve Timing Electronic Control. And it's, again, one of Honda's innovations that provides excellent power, low emissions, and high performance. This vehicle engine, the iVTEC system, was the second generation that provided even more usable power for better performance from our products, also maintaining very high fuel efficiency.
And then what about some of the technology that we've seen here in the last 10 years?
Well, there's been a lot, and Honda has always been an innovator, not an imitator. And they've driven technology by challenging their engineers, racing their automobiles, and pushing everyone to do their very best. In the last 10 years, we've seen dramatic improvements in fuel economy and performance. We've integrated the Honda hybrid technologies. We were, in fact, the first to market with those back in 1999, and we now are in a third generation of hybrid technology. So we're definitely doing the job in hybrids and low emissions. We've utilized high technology transmission techniques, utilizing the CVT transmission that provides excellent power and good real-world performance.
What about the Honda Clarity?
Well, Clarity is our first publicly available hydrogen-powered vehicle. And it's currently available only in Southern California, and it's a select few that will actually be able to operate those vehicles. And it's a hydrogen-powered car that Honda completely developed from scratch.
And John, if someone's interested in more information, how and where do they get that?
Well, contacting us here at Honda Motor Works would probably be one of the best things that they could do to find out what the state of the art is in automotive technology.
Website?
Our website is www.hondamotorworks.com.
Thank you, John. This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.